Do you believe that there is some sort of secret organization that you, quote, have to join to really become famous? You know, that you hear stories, conspiracy theories about, crazy things you have to do, gay sex, wear a dress in a comedian. There's the whole wearing a dress thing. There's these crazy parties apparently that only a certain few people are involved in. Do you believe there's something like that out there?
I believe there's an upper echelon of people that do certain things, especially powerful people that do certain things that may have certain situations that will invite you to be a part of so they can have control over you.
That makes a lot of sense.
J. Edgar Hoover was a master of getting shit on people. That's what he kept. He kept everybody in line by having something on them. He spent more man hours investigating the people, the politicians, keep them in line. So if you got something, or you see, I was watching Joe Brown the other day. This is a new post with Kwame. I think it's Kwame Brown and Joe Brown. Yeah. Kwame, the brother that's having out with Kwame
with Charlemagne.
Joe Brown says when he was at his best, and he was at his highest. He said, Joe Brown said this yesterday. I watched I don't even watch no 2-hour documentary, no 2-hour interview. Joe Brown said he was dating this beautiful woman, and she was they were at an event, and she went to the restroom, or he went to the restroom, something of that nature, and one of these high-powered executives offered to pay her $2,000 to say Joe groped her. And she told him, no, I'm not doing that to him. Okay? And later found out it was multiple people that this guy had approached to get them, multiple women that this guy had approached to try to get them something on Joe, because Joe's show was doing so good, they was trying to have something on Joe to make him, get in line. Because, Joe Brown ain't no joke.
No, I love that dude.
Nobody was standing, nobody would put him in that position. So that goes to show you right there, there is an evilness to a certain amount of evilness that's in the music industry that wants to control people. Okay? I don't know exactly if you got to put a hand on the Bible, eat a snake, suck something. I don't know.
Right.
But if you watch the Joe, or anybody, watch Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown? Is it Kwame Brown?
What are you talking about? Kwame Brown is the guy who's having are you talking about Judge Joe Brown?
Joe Brown does an interview with Kwame.
Gotcha.
Kwame Brown?
It is Kwame. It is Kwame, yeah.
Okay. Joe, a buddy of mine sent me the interview. I called him and thanked him for sending me the interview. It was 2 hours long. But you know what, dude? It was 2 hours. I'm like people listen to me talk. I'm like, damn, Joe. Damn, Joe. And Joe said, you know what? He don't give a damn. I'm 74 years old. I done made my money. I'm retired. They can't take nothing from me. So I'm telling you what happened. Keeping it 100. And I'm looking to interview Joe. When Joe got through talking, Joe, you got to see the interview. I got it. I'll send it to you.
I could probably get Judge Joe Brown on your show. Yep, go ahead. I could probably get him on your show.
When Judge Joe got through talking, two things I realized. One, he knows a young lady that I know. Her name is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Beautiful. Smart as all that doctor, and she got a doctorate at 27 years old. I've met her a few times, okay? She's so beautiful, she's intimidating, okay? But she gave me a number, told me to give her a call if I ever need anything, and I called her today. I want to interview you on the Compton Chronicles, my other podcast. She said, no problem. Call my PR people up, I'll make it happen. Oh, and I ain't seen her in a couple of years. I ain't seen her since before COVID. And two, he was talking about his barbecue sauce. He has a new barbecue sauce that he's promoting. And he told me, what he said on the show shocked the shit out of me, because the barbecue spot that he's talking about, he talks about his sauce. He says it's available at a barbecue spot that I go to all the time on 79th and Western. Nice. D's Original Grill, okay? I got turned on to D's Original Grill by a friend of mine, and I go there at least once a week to get me a barbecue chicken sandwich. Best barbecue I've had in a long time. Okay? So when I'm listening to Joe and they talking about Cheyenne, I know, and 79th and Western, I know these people. I know this restaurant. It was a connection there for me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I reached out for homegirl, but you got to see his interview to talk about various people, man. I mean, I ain't gonna get into it because that's above my pay grade. I'm still working. I got shit to get done. He talks about Kamala Harris. He talks about Al Sharpton. He talks about the Us and the Black Panthers back in the 70s. He talks about he said he was there when they shot one of the brothers in UCLA. He said he was there. He was in another part of the dorm. He went to college in UCLA. So he knows. Is he from LA?
Judge Joe Brown?
Is he from LA? Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Because I'm like, huh? I've been in the room with him. I never met him before.
Okay. Looks like he was born in D.C., so he's a D.C. cat.
Okay. But he spent a lot of time in Los Angeles, I guess, during his college years. So some of the things he was saying in this interview, man, was like, huh? And when it made me sit down, made me think, dude. It made me think on a lot of different levels. And if you see this, you'll think also, because you'd ask me this question today, after seeing that interview, it's like, it may not be, like I said, I swear to be an asshole for the rest of my life. No, but there's some evil people do some evil shit. So you got, all of a sudden, you got Bill Cosby. You got all these people getting Me Too'd and being, accused of stuff happened years ago. And it's like, why now? Why is this so important after all these years? And, so it makes it real suspicious, man. It puts a real light on a lot of things that we see every day. So
it almost makes you afraid It almost makes you afraid to take chances, go against the grain. It almost makes you want to fall in line and shut up and do your thing.
It does, man. And that's probably why I'm sitting over here in my backyard doing what I'm doing with you. It's hard for me to shut up, man. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to shut up. When you've walked through the minefield, I got to give you the map. Okay, but so many guys are so high, they think the map is for drawing on. Mm-hmm. They think it's for crayons or something. So it's just and for him, he's 74, so he's older than me. So I got to take that as being real, dude. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When you're talking about, when you have, and this is why the game that I drop on you and the audience is so sincere, because I got mine from older dudes who walked through the minefields too. Yeah. They walked through the minefields and survived, got both their nose. They might have lost a toe, but they can still walk. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I use it as an analogy only. So when you got older dudes that can drop their game on you, that can give you some real knowledge, it can give you something that makes you think. And I can't give you all the answers because I don't know all the answers. But most of the stuff that you deal with in life is recycled with a different calendar. It's recycled on a different calendar. So the same things you dealt with 20 years ago, I saw them 40 years ago. Okay? But they may have been, and now they knew it improved. They today my son went to go get his driver's license, right? Take his driving test. So how was the test, man? He said, it was cool. I failed. Okay. I says, they give you the paper. They didn't give me no paper, Pops. Because when I was to get my job, they gave me the paper with all my wrong answers, okay? Uh-huh. I haven't taken the driver's test never again in my life. Well, I may have taken the written, okay? But usually, I just go in there and sign. My license expire. I'm a pretty good goddamn driver, so hey, nigga, keep on driving, okay? Yeah. So last time I remember taking a written test, they still gave me the long piece of paper with all your wrong answers on them and shit. You can go home and study it. Now it's computerized. I'm like, you couldn't figure out, nah, man, it don't work like that. Okay? They don't give you a book no more. I had a little book, okay? I had a little book. They don't give you a little book no more. Nowadays, everything is on computer. The study's on computer. Everything is on computer. And if you fail, it's on computer. So you got to go back tomorrow and try again. So, but again, now I got to step in and see what he's working with, so I can help him get past this driver's test. I mean, this driving permit, so he can start driving. But again, like my dad told me, when you get your old school tip, when you get your test, bring it home. If anybody else got a test, grab it, pick it up, put it in your pocket. Because back then, they only had 5 tests. They only had 5. They only had 5 sheets of paper. Okay. If you figure out, if you studied all the tests, all the wrong answers, because all they do back then, they would put the test on the board and see what was right, what was wrong. Okay, it was a board with all the answers on it. Yep, you had test 1, all the dots got whatever dots don't line up, you just got to mark them off. Okay, and you made it. You just made it. You only missed 5, or whatever the case may be. But nowadays they don't do that no more. So back then we could take those. They give you the written sheet. We can take that stuff and go home. If somebody else left there, whatever the case may be, you can compare notes or whatever to figure out how, if nothing else, know what you got to do next time you go back in there. So that's how you avoid a landmine. Okay? Yep. Different time, folks. Different time.
And
what's the chat room
if it makes you feel better, the same game that was dropped to you from the older cats that you're dropping to me, I'm dropping it to other people. There's probably nobody in my life that I quote more than Lonzo Williams. Obviously, I don't tell him who I'm quoting, but I'll drop some game on him, man. I'm telling you, and it's because I'm hanging out with people like you. So I definitely appreciate that, and I know your word is spreading, and it's happening to other people, the audience as well.
I appreciate that, man. That's why the show, I do the show. Of course, I want to make money, but it's something that I feel has to be happening. It's needed because not enough young men talk to older dudes, man. And if they do talk to older dudes, you might be talking to one of them cats that just trying to be cool with you and tell you some dumb shit so he can make some money off your ass. Okay?
Too many of them out there, yeah.
I don't need your money, okay? I'd rather have you respecting your money. I'm stupid like that. What can I tell you? Before we go, folks, don't forget next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, y'all.
Wednesday, not Tuesday. Not Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'm doing 3 shows back to back, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Comic book, the audio book. This right here is a USB drive, folks. It pops out, goes into your computer. You can listen to it. It plays. It has music to it. And that's the part that makes this unique because, and I made it originally. I made the book to music because I listen to audiobooks. That's how I do my reading. And I find sometimes audiobooks are just straight boring. So I put mine to music, but Audible said you can't have music on it. I had it on CD Baby for a while. CD Baby said, nah, we stopped doing that. So the physical product is now on the USB drive. You pop it in, it starts with the intro, and it also starts with the introduction by Greg Mack, the forward by Greg Mack. And he'll set the story up for you. And we also have the actual hard copy. I'm signing everything. I can sign the back of this right here. I can sign the front if you want to. This is easy. So whatever you want done, whatever you want signed, put it in the chat room. I'm gonna have Cash App. I'm probably only gonna have Cash App right now, folks. I might be able to get Zelle if I can get somebody to type it in for me while I'm doing my thing. But put it in the chat room what you want me to write on your book. It'll go out as soon as we get through. It goes out the next morning, folks. So that's what's happening. You're live with Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast hip hop, and my man Dusty Vision. Much love to you, folks. That's 7:01. We went over time. All right, folks. Like I say every week, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything in between, folks. From Eve After Dark to concerts in the park. You live with the Godfather, West Coast hip hop, y'all. Dusty, much love, Doc.
Peace, man. See you next
week. See y'all, folks. Peace. You got it.